In this video, we will explore the risk factors for anxiety, how genetics play a role, as well as the importance of what happens to us. First, while we can make a few lifestyle changes to ease our anxiety symptoms, some things that make us feel anxious are entirely out of our control. For example, we can't alter our DNA or change what happened to us in the past. However, understanding how these risks contribute to our anxiety goes a long way to accepting and managing our symptoms. Firstly, your family and genetics play a role. If someone in your family has anxiety, you have a higher chance of having it too, though it doesn't mean you definitely will. In addition, you can show signs even if no one else does. If any of your relatives struggle with anxiety, especially if it's your parents or siblings, try to learn the warning signals. Then, if you start showing the same symptoms, you'll be better prepared. It's also important to note that we each experience anxiety to different degrees and in different ways. One family member may have social anxiety, for example, while another has obsessive compulsive disorder, and yet another may have no anxiety at all. Next, how you grew up is important. In addition to DNA, your family environment also plays a role. If you lost a parent before the age of 18, or if they were gone for long periods, you may be more prone to anxiety. Other issues such as alcoholism, violence, and forms of abuse also play a significant role. The more stress you are forced to endure as a child, the higher your chances of having anxiety later in life. There are other risk factors for anxiety too. Some personality traits make anxiety more likely. These include shyness around others, fixating on tiny details, perfectionism, the need for control, and being very sensitive to criticism. Also, the impact of trauma cannot be overemphasized. No matter what our background, personality, or gender, experiencing trauma is one of the highest risk factors for anxiety. When we've been exposed to a dangerous situation, our bodies and minds can get stuck in a state of emergency. Even when the traumatic event has passed, the feelings remain just as strong. These emotions often come to the surface through flashbacks, outbursts of anger or irritability, constantly feeling on edge, sleeping problems, or panic attacks. It can be a frightening experience when it feels like your anxiety is not in your control. What's important to remember is that it's absolutely normal to feel the way you do, especially if any of these risk factors are a part of your life. The good news is that there are things that you can do to feel safer and calmer despite the challenges that you face.